All right, I'm going to do a two-part video on the metric system. And in this first video, I just kind of want you to get your head wrapped around what is the metric system, because it's not a common system that we use in the United States, okay? Matter of fact, there's only 3 countries in the world that don't use the metric system. The United States is one of them. The other one's Burma, and then, excuse me, it's lunch, I'm sorry. And then the other one is like Uzbekistan or some smaller country like that doesn't do a lot of international trading like we do. So it's kind of weird that we don't use the metric system, but it is important to learn. And going into the 21st century, whatever your job is going to be, guys, you're going to want to have some background in the metric system. For me, the big thing is that it's easier to learn. It really is. It follows our base 10 number system. Everything in the metric system switches on a base of 10, okay? So like I said, we're going to do 2 parts. First, we're just going to do a real introduction video, and then the next video is going to be working with the metric system, okay? The first thing that you need to know is that there are 3 bases in the metric system. You will see metric systems that use the weight, or they use grams for weight, liters for volume, and usually it applies to liquids, and then meters, which we'll probably use the most this year. Okay, we're more likely to use meters and liters a lot this year, especially in science classes in middle school. You'll start to use grams and liters more. Okay, the metric system really is the language of science. Some important prefixes that you need to know is that you need to know centi. Okay, its root means 100. When you think about where we use it in the American way of life, we have cent, C-E-N-T, and 100 of those make $1. So there are some parts of the metric system that we've incorporated into what we do here in the United States, and the prefixes in the language is a little bit of it. So centi as prefix means meaning 100. It means 100 parts. Milli means 1,000, and as a matter of fact, in Greek, the word million means 1,000 thousands, which if you write down real quick, you'll see that 1,000 thousands really is 1 million. Okay, and then at the opposite end, you have kilo, and a kilo also means 1,000, but milli means like 1,000 parts, and kilo means like 1,000 of. Okay, we're going to look at that here on another board. So what we have is our base. This is our grams, our liters, our meters. I got it as a B because it really depends on which one you use, but all 3 of them work exactly the same way in the metric system. That's actually another really great part of the metric system, is that you don't have to worry about, oh man, what's the pounds to ton conversion, or oh, what's the inches to yards conversion. Like, it's a consistent system. And unfortunately, the way that standard customary system works isn't consistent. You have 16 ounces to a pound, and then you have 2,000 pounds to a ton, but yet if you go to lengths, you have 12 inches as a foot, and then you have 3 feet as a yard. You have 1,687 yards as a mile. With the metric system, you don't have all those different numbers. It's consistent and solid. You have your base, okay? Your whole, your one whole. They're made up of smaller units. It takes 10 deci, like decimeter or deciliter, to make 1 meter or liter, which is your base. It's the first decimal number. You think that's a coincidence? Okay. After that, you have centi, which means 100. Here we are at the hundredths. It takes 100 of those to make 1 whole unit. So it takes 100 centimeters to make a meter. It takes 100 centiliters to make a liter. It takes 100 centigrams to make 1 gram. You'll see a lot of gram stuff on vitamins and Tylenol, things like that. And then you have milli, which is another small number. It's thousands. And look, it's the thousands. It's amazing how this works. And it takes 1,000 of those parts to make a whole. Now, the opposite end of the spectrum, as we start to grow, we have what's called a deca, which means it's 10 of your base. So a decameter, for example, is 10 meters making 1 decameter. Then you have a hecta, which is 100, which means we have like 100 meters to make 1 hectometer. Now, I have the B there because I don't want to use meters and you solely think meters. It also works for gram and liters. And then kilo is 1,000, so it takes 1,000 meters to make a kilometer. or 1,000 grams to make a kilogram, or 1,000 liters to make a kiloliter. Okay? There's like 1,000 1-liter bottles of Coke. That's a lot of Coke. In 5th grade, the big ones that you need to know. You need to know that 1,000 millimeters equals a meter, or 1,000 milliliters equals a liter. You need to know that 10 milliliters or millimeters equal 1 centimeter. You need to know that 100 centimeters equal a meter. 100 centiliters equal 1 liter. And you also need to know that 1,000 meters equals 1 kilometer, or 1,000 grams equals 1 kilogram. I made a note down here that you can swap out meters, grams, and liters. That's a lot of talk of meters and liters and millis and centis, and we've mixed it all up. So I really do encourage you to watch the video again, because I promise it is really kind of straightforward. Millis go to centi, which go to the base, or excuse me, go to deci, and then goes to the base, which is meters, liters, or grams. Then from there, it goes from deca to hecta to kilo. And it goes just like our base 10 number system. Every 10 units, it goes up to a new level. This is really a simple system. Watch the video again, get your notes good, take some time to digest it. In part 2, we're going to look at how to start converting things like meters to kilometers or milligrams to grams. See you next time.